I'm sure you would have kept your beer inside there.
We're going to get a cool box out at half time for a freaking beer. What are you going to say?
Just for the name's sake, we call a toss. Whatever it is, you win.
Okay, so I will tell something, huh?
Yeah, you say it heads, I'll tell it is heads. Okay? Go ahead. All right, welcome back. The Oil and Gas Premier League, game number 5, match 2 of this day between OiLSERV Riders and DNO Dynamos. OiLSERV Riders captain Akhilesh and Prabhat Saxena for DNO Dynamos. Prabhat is going to flip the coin. Tails it is. And tails it is. Akhilesh, what do you want to do?
Yeah, we will bat first. We feel the conditions are good for batting at this moment because it's pretty the daytime, and we feel that the batting first and putting a good score will have an advantage for us. So that's the reason we'll bat first now.
What sort of a score are you looking to put up in this encounter?
Anything above 160 is a good score. We'll try to maximize it at least 180, 190. That's our target. But 160, I feel it's a good score for defense.
All the best. We'll talk to Prabhat. Prabhat, last game you were the lone ranger for your team. What has been the team talk, and what sort of a total are you going to put them down to?
Yeah, actually, like it's the same talk. Like we have to enjoy here, and we are targeting them to district around 150. The pitch look little bit slow to me, so I hope that like it remains the same. And we were trying to bowl first as well, so that's a good toss for us, right? So thank you.
Anyway, thank you for that. The news from the centre. OiLSERV Riders winning the toss, electing to bat first, and both the captains happy with what they got. The game to begin in the next moment or so. Thank you. Guys, thank you.
क्या वो बड़े फेमस होना चाह रही है इसके लिए बस इधर ही चल रहा है हाँ पंचायत बोलना पंचायत में करो आपको खाना मंगाना मंगा लो क्या खाएंगे वेज चलेगा ना चिकन एक और
As game number 2 of the day, game number 5 of this first season of the Oil and Gas Premier League between OiLSERV Riders and DNO Dynamos. OiLSERV Riders, Captain Akhilesh winning the toss, electing to take first strike. Two men to take strike. Tanuj Sharma, the right-hander, and Jatin, his partner. Santosh to start the proceedings. Starts off with a wide down the leg side.
ओके
Tanuj Sharma, the right-hander, Jatin, the left-hander. Walks back, plays it towards short mid-wicket for single. So he is off the mark with a single. Score moves on to 2. Jatin taking strike for the first time. The left-hander on strike. Santosh, the bowler. Change in the field. Prabhat marshalling his troops. He's got a left-hander and a right-hander on strike. So the field's going to move as soon as the batsman change strikes. So we are in the power play, or the offside being totally packed out there, and the bowler bowls it down the leg side for another wide. So score moves on to 3. All the men on the offside in the ring. The man at probably a gully, slightly another gully at the edge of the circle. Point covers, extra cover, and a man at mid-off. So interesting field, and Jatin plays this one back to as a bowler. Tanuj wanting a single, but not to be. So interesting field set by the captain, playing according to the batsman, not the conventional one. He's got again another one down leg side for another wide. Santosh has 7 men inside the ring on the offside, so he needs to keep the ball on or outside the off stump. Invite the batsman to drive or cut. Wouldn't help his cause if he bowls onto the pads of the bowlers. He's going to give away some runs. So 4 runs for the loss of no wicket, 3 extras and a single. This time plays it towards deep fine leg. Both the batsmen come in for a double. Score moves on to 6. 6 for the loss of no wicket. This time plays this one towards mid-off. The fielder managing to field with his foot. Lucky for him, the ball was just around Vinod, the fielder. Probably injured himself a bit, but he's okay. Keeps it down to a single score, moves on to 7. Jatin on 3, Tanuj on 1. And 3 wides in the over so far. It's the 5th ball of the over. Already a 7-ball over. Tanuj back and across, plays it towards short covers. Quick single taken, Prabhat. Just missing out on a run out opportunity there. Score moves on to 8. It's the left-right combination, forcing the fielders to run on either side of the square. This is an interesting contest out here. Piercing through the offside for the first boundary, a full toss and a welcome boundary for Jatin and his team, the OiLSERV Riders. So the end of the first over, 12 for the loss of no wicket. So the extra balls resulting in a boundary, propelling the score to 12 for the loss of no wicket at the end of first over. Jatin batting 7 of 4, continuing from the last game where he had scored 40 runs. Tanuj batting 2 of 2. Jatin had scored 47 of 38 balls in the last encounter against Super Tech. Continuing from where he hit as Chandan comes into bowl for Chandan Kumar Singh, right arm over the wicket. Bowling to Tanuj, who's batting 2 of 2. Looping delivery right under the stumps, plays it towards covers. Prabhat quickly onto the ball, denying the single. Score remains on 12. We are here at the Eagle Cricket Grounds on the Dubai Lane Road. Oil and Gas Premier League Season 1, as we see Chandan bowling a wide delivery. This tournament being played by 6 teams. Earlier in the day, Cummins Arabia played Petrofac and won by 49 runs. OiLSERV Riders locking horns with DNO Dynamos, followed by JSS and Supertech, which will be the final game of the day. As an edge nearly induced, a loose shot by Tanuj, just playing away from his body. The Oil and Gas Premier League, sponsored by Bluebell Shipping, Soberwell, PFF Valve Fittings, Asco Filtry and Carltos. Another one, same line, again a loose shot. Tanuj lucky there that the ball's not finding the edge. He's missed it on a couple of occasions, so a good bit of bowling by Chandan. Now trying to settling into a good line. Score remains on 13 of 1.3 overs. So the 1 run coming courtesy of wide. Another one, this time a wide. Chandan again trying to induce the batsman to drive away from his body. Not just bowling it outside the allotted tram line, so it gets penalized for a wide. Another run added to the total score, moves on to 14. Another one and another wide. An attempted run out resulting in an extra wide. So 2 wides against the bowler. Sure, Chandan will not be happy with that. Score moves on to 16. A change in field with the left-hander on strike. Again down leg side, the keeper misses that ball, racing towards the boundary. 3 wides again added to the total. DNO Dynamo is already giving away 7 wides in the 1.4 overs that they bowled so far. Left-right combination giving headaches to the captain as well as the bowler as of now. This time bowls it towards short mid-wicket, 1 run added, wanting a second run, but no chance of a second there. 1.5 overs completed, 20 for the loss of no wicket. So rather lengthy overs. Both the overs so far have been quite lengthy, of 9 and above. 9 balls and above. So that's going to keep the DNO Dynamos on the field for more longer than they would like. Waiting for the umpire signal, and another wide. So another wide to the total. Score moves on to 22. 12 extras in the innings. Jatin batting 8 of 5 with 1 boundary. Tanuj batting 2 of 5. Last ball of the second over. On to the pads, plays it towards square leg. The man at deep mid wicket running around. 2 runs added to the total. Ball thrown towards James Foster, and he gives it to the man at the keeper. So end. So 1.5 overs, 24 for the loss of no wicket. Jatin moves into double figures. He is on 10 of 6. Again, flicks it towards short fine for a single. A misfield there. Another double conceded. So 26 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 2 overs. A couple of lengthy overs coming to the end, helping the OiLSERVers total. Jatin batting 12 of 7. Tanuj batting 2 and 12 extras to the total. All coming courtesy 12 wides by the DNO Dynamos. Santosh continuing his second over. Tanuj playing it towards short mid wicket for a single. Man at mid on coming across. A good ball right up to the stumps. Jatin plays it back towards the bowler. Score remains on 27. Again, Jatin onto his pads. He's quite happy to trickle that ball towards the short. Fine leg. fielder there slow in collecting the ball, so another 2 results.
जमजम वाले का नंबर लो, जमजम वाला अच्छा जमजम है यहाँ पर बोलते हैं, उसका नंबर लो, वो ला के देगा.
Santosh to Jatin. Again onto the pads, plays it towards square leg. By the time the fielder fields and throws the ball, another couple. Prabhat will have to rethink. His bowlers are not bowling up to the field that he has set for them. Santosh string onto the pads of the left-hander. Will have to rethink and reinforce the onside again towards the mid-wicket region, this time for a single so far. Score moves on to 32. We're in this time Tanuj plays it over the mid-wicket region, racing away to the boundary. The fielder doing well to bring the ball within the field of play. And a misfield there results in a boundary. So more problems for the DNO Dynamos, apart from the wides. The misfields costing them. The score races to 36. Tanuj collects his first boundary of the game. He moves on to 7 of 7. 17 runs to Jatin of 11 balls with 1 boundary and 12 extras. So the end of 3 overs, 36 for no loss. The Oil and Gas Premier League Season 1, sponsored by Bluebell Shipping, Servowell, CPP Fittings. Asco, Filtry and Caltros as Chandan comes in to bowl his second over. This time changing sides. Coming from round the wicket to Jatin. Batting 17 of 11. Again bowls it down the leg side. Keeper unable to collect it. So another couple of wides to the total. Score moves on to 38. Tanuj on strike. Chandan this time on the other side, and he's another wide, so 15 extras. Plenty of problem for Prabhat, who's already having a grim look on his face as he's trying to egg his bowlers on and wanting a much better show from them. Extras of such nature not going to help them keeping them for long. Again, this time on the pads, and Tanuj flicks it over long leg for another boundary. Score racing away to 44. Tanuj Sharma collects his second boundary. He's batting 11 of 8. You already see the DNO Dynamos boys, their shoulders dropping. They need to regroup themselves. This is just the start of the game. We are still in the fourth over. Another 16 overs after this and another 20 to bat. They need to come up with some inspiration performance to lift the side up. Misfields and extras are not going to help their cause. As this time in the air to a short cover and a single. This is a much better show if Chandan manages to keep the ball on the off stump of the batsman, inviting a drive. Score moves on to 45. 45 for no loss. We're in the fourth over of the game. Full toss. A slowish full toss. Jatin playing a bit early on that. Misses out with the field inside the circle. There's only one man at extra covers. If he could have beaten him, he could have got a boundary there, but not to be. Score remains on 45. Jatin facing Chandan onto the pads again this time. Plays it to a short fine for another single. Score moves on to 46. Bowling.
नीचे आओ साकिब भाई
46 for the loss of no wicket as fifth ball of the fourth over. Tanuj plays it in the air over the bowler's head. Ball racing away to the boundary. The man at mid-on giving the chase inside the circle. 2 runs added. Score moves on to 48. Not much of power in the shot. With the ball slowing down, it gives a chance to the fielder to field it and throw it back to the bowler. So 2 runs added. Score moves on to 48. So last ball of the fourth over coming up. On the leg, optimistic appeal out there. A leg by added to the total. So at the end of 4 overs, 49 for the loss of no wicket.
उसने कार्ड दिया फिर भी तुमसे नहीं हुआ नंबर अजमान वाले को कैसे दे दिया उसने यही है हाँ रेस्टोरेंट यही है
वाईफाई है पासवर्ड मैं मेरे पास नहीं मैं मैं सेलेक्ट मेरे वाईफाई बट मैं यूज़ नहीं कर रहा मैं लेके ओके मतलब क्रिकेट पे चलो ठीक है मैं चेक करना है वाईफाई है मैं बोल के आपको देता हूँ ठीक है
That's change in bowling. James Foster comes into bowl for the first time. First change. 1 run towards covers. So 50 coming up in the 5th over of the innings. Run rate of 12 and above. Projected score will take them to 240 and above, and that would be a tall ask for the DNO Dynamos. If they are to chase, they need to come up with a better performance out here. Shrug off the 4 overs that they have bowled so far and now try to claw their way back in innings. Full toss. Jatin plays it towards short fine. A good piece of fielding there, managing to lay his hands on it and not allow the ball to cross towards the boundary. So 1 run added. So the first 2 balls resulting in 2 runs. Score comes to 51. James Foster's shortish ball. Tanuj plays it towards Deep mid wicket for a single. Score moves on to 53. So the first 3 balls giving away 3 runs. And all the balls being counted. So that will be a sigh of relief for Prabhat. We're tired of watching this one. Short. Plays it over the man at mid wicket. The ball racing towards the boundary. Score moves on to 56. Shortish ball. Change in field. There's only 2 men allowed in the outside the ring. So the man at long off coming in. So man at deep mid wicket going out.
फ्लैश क्यों बंद हो रहा है? अच्छा तुमने किए, मैं बोला कुछ पावर तो नहीं है.
Also wide. So the problems continue for the DNO Dynamos with another wide being bowled. Score moves on to 59. So another wide being bowled. James Foster giving a surprised look out there. This is not test match cricket, James. This is T20. You got to keep within the lines. Changes line in the air. The man at mid-on coming in. Chance of a catch, and it's dropped. SS. Now the Santosh coming down and dropping that one. So a reprieve for Jatin. More agony for the DNO Dynamos. Score moves on to 60. Last ball of the 61. The last ball of the over comes up. Tanuj plays it towards gully for a single. 62 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 5 overs. Jatin batting 24 of 16, 2 boundaries. Tanuj batting 16 of 13 with 2 boundaries. And the extras are a whooping 21, 20 wides and 1 byes in the 5 overs bowled so far. As James Foster completes his first over and giving away 13 runs. Unlucky not to have a wicket to his name. Santosh giving away 22 runs in 2 overs. Chandan expensive 26 runs of the 2 overs as Santosh comes in to bowl his 3rd over, the last over of the power play. Kinjal comes in to field. Santosh bowling to Tanuj, who plays it over the vacant long leg region for another boundary. Santosh bowling onto his pads. All he needs is to tickle it over the man at short fine leg. Score moves on to 66. Tanuj plays it over to mid-off and collects a single. Score moves on to 67. So coming. Three fielders outside the circle. So a no ball being a late call by the umpires. A free hit coming up. Score moves on to 67. And was trying to swing it hard. Ball goes towards Short fine leg for a leg by. $69 for no loss. And it's a one-way traffic so far. As coming towards the close of the power play. Tanuj plays it over the man at long on, ball racing towards the boundary. Prabhat doing the chase, but the ball wins the race. Score gallops to 73. The batsmen now quite comfortable in the center, playing their strokes. Score moves on to 73. For the loss of no wicket, we're in the power play. 5.3 overs concluded. Tanuj plays it towards mid-on for a single. Score moves on to 74. Chetan on strike. He is batting 25 of 17. So both the batsmen going neck and neck out here. Santosh taking strike. Bowling to the, asking for an LBW, but going down leg side. So a rare dot ball. 74 for no loss as the last ball of power play comes up. This time over the man at mid-wicket, ball racing towards the boundary. Kinjal and Chandan going for the ball. Chandan fields the ball, parries it to the bowler. End of the power play, 75 for no loss. Current run rate of 12.50. Projected can go up to 250. Manoj. हाँ इधर इधर यार हाँ ठीक है Okay, we have Mr. Manoj from OiLSERV, the Director Engineering. Welcome to the show, Mr. Manoj.
Thank you very much.
And, your feeling about the tournament so far?
Very nice ground and very good weather. It's a good time for playing. Yeah.
And your team is doing well so far, 75 in the power play. I couldn't have hoped anything better for this?
Yeah, I'm very happy about this. Yeah.
What sort of a score are you guys looking to put up?
210, 220. That would do good. Yeah.
Anyway, all the best as the play is going to start in a moment or so. Thank you for your time. We'll keep talking to you. And this news at the center, 75 for no loss in power play as play continues after the power play. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Sorry, it was quite short. We had Mr. Manoj from OiLSERV Riders. Quite happy with the way the proceedings are. 75 for no loss in the power play, as Prabhat Saxena brings himself on. Maybe a quick drink for the DNO Dynamos can bring them back into the game. As Prabhat into Jatin. Chance of a catch. Nearly inducing an edge there. The keeper doing well. Looping. Keeping it outside the off stump. Inviting a sort of drive. Jatin cuts this one towards gully. Collects a single score. Moves on to 76. 76 for the loss of no wicket. DNO Dynamos now can have the fielders outside the ring. They had 7 men inside the ring, and as soon as the power play ended, the men sent out on the boundaries. Another single being taken at short covers. The man Zain, the fielder. Score moves on to 77. Both the batsmen on 27 and 28. Jatin batting 27 of 21. Tanuj Sharma 28 of 19. Jatin plays this over the mid-wicket region for another boundary. So another freebie accepted with both hands by Tanuj. He races to 31, continuing from the 47 that he had scored in the previous game, and helping his team register first win against Super Tech. Now putting the DNO Dynamos bowlers under pressure. So Prabhat 2 conceding a boundary of the first ball, this time down the leg side, going to a short fine for one more run, or rather 2 runs. It's another wide, so Prabhat 2 guilty of bowling a wide, apart from the rest of his bowlers doing that. Score moves on to 83. Again, going across to play to a foolish delivery, no contact whatsoever. The keeper missing that one, and a bye run. And a bye run being signaled. So score moves on to 84. So runs coming from all corners as Chandan gives a rather sheepish smile out here. He knows that they are under the pump out here. Jatin, a handsome drive towards short covers, a misfield, 1 run conceded there. So, trying to end of 7 overs, 85 for the loss of no wicket. Jatin batting 32 of 23. Tanuj batting 28 of 20. Extras 25 in the 7 overs of play concluded so far. James Foster to bowl to Tanuj. Again another wide. Keeper finding it very difficult, and another 2 runs conceded, albeit wides. So, morale deflating bowling performance so far by the DNO Dynamos, as the field changes with the right-hander on strike. Yusuf, the man running across. Chance of a stumping, but the keeper being staying way behind. No run to the total. A dot ball being bowled there. Tanuj, full toss, plays it towards the mid-wicket area, and another boundary to add to the total. Score moves on to 87. James Foster 1.3 overs, 19 runs. Prabhat Saxena last over gave away 9 runs. This is the most economical bowler of the team so far. Score moves on to 91. Sam bats it across towards short mid-wicket. Prabhat from square leg doing the fielding. Score moves on to 92. It's another wide and Prasad, the wicket keeper. There's a lot of diving around to be done to collect the ball. Chance of an edge. Is that an edge? Is that an edge? The umpire having a closer look. It's called wide. Surprise all over. James Foster having a quiet word with the batsman. A bit of a banter going on. Full toss, swings it over square leg. Score moves on to 98. The last ball of the 8th over coming up. Both these batsmen well on course for the first century partnership of the tournament. Plays it down towards long on. Chandan doing the fielding. So 99 at the end of 8 overs. So batsman asking for a quick bat change. 99 for no loss. Jatin batting 37 of 25, 4 boundaries. Tanuj Sharma 33 of 24 with 5 boundaries. Extras accounting for 29 runs, 26 wides, 1 no ball and a leg bye and a bye as well. So 99 for no loss at the end of 8 overs. Change in the bowling. James Foster, expensive, 27 runs of the 2 overs that he's bowled. So we have another brief hold in play. A batsman asking for a bat change and water. Another wide and Prasad again having more problems for himself. So the 100-run partnership, 101 to be precise. Yusuf, the bowler, he too starts off with a wide. Prasad to Tanuj. Swings across towards the wide long on region. 1 run completed. Come back for the second. Score moves on to 103. Chance of a catch over the keeper. Another run added to the total. Score moves on to 104. That's another wide. Score moves on to 105.
थोड़ी देर बाद मैं बात फुसली नहीं है ली का जर्सी पहना है इसने इसका नाम आई थिंक पॉल पॉल है मैं कंफर्म करता हूँ
ठीक है
ओके डन एंड वाईफाई का ये हो गया उधर रखा है हां कैपिटल ईगल स्पेस स्पोर्ट्स 888 ईगल स्पेस स्पोर्ट्स 888 ठीक है ई से कैपिटल ई कैपिटल ईगल गुड बैटिंग तनुज गुड बैटिंग स्पोर्ट्स 888
okay as the runs being piled on by these two batsmen. So in the 9th over of the innings, as Yusuf continues to Jatin, moves across and the bowler bowls are wide again. So the umpires having plenty of exercise in this innings.
4 घंटे की मैच है
It's another wide. Score moves on to 109. Another wide. Score moves on to 110.
टोटल इन लोग ने 70 रन बैट से मारा है 40 रन एक्स्ट्रा है
5 wides in the over so far, so it's already a 10 ball over. This time Jatin plays it towards deep mid wicket for a single. So at the end of with 1 ball to go, score is 111 for the loss of no wicket. OiLSERV riders riding high on this moment, and DNO Dynamos at the moment have lost their radar. It's going to be tall ask for them. Another wide to continue. Score moves on to 112. This time plays it over the long leg region. The third time that Tanuj has favored that region and collect another boundary. 116 for no loss at the end of 9 overs. Current run rate of 12.89, projected score of 258. Both the batsmen nearing the 40s. Tanuj Sharma batting 41 of 28, 6 boundaries. The batting 39 of 27 as Vinod Jacob comes into bowl. The extra is not far behind. It's 36 extras with 33 wides. 6 bowlers used so far. Santosh 3 overs 35 for no wicket. Chandan 2 overs 26 for no wicket. James Foster 2 overs 27 runs, no wicket. Prabhat Saxena 1 over 9 runs. And Yusuf 1 over 17 runs as Vinod Jacob comes into bowl. The 10th over of the innings. As the carnage has this time plays it towards short fine. A quick single. Wicket keeper going behind to collect the balls. The score moves on to 117. The sixth bowler, 2 bowling a wide. This is the Oil and Gas Premier League, sponsored by Bluebell Shipping, Servowell, PFF Valve Fittings, Asco Filtry and Caltros. In the air, over the bowler's head towards mid-off for another single. This time in the air towards square leg. Kinjal, the fielder, doing the fielding. Keeps it down to a single. Score 120 for no loss, 9.3 overs. This time Tanuj plays it over the bowler. Man it long on. Prabhat Saxena doing the fielding. Keeps it down to a single. Score 121 for the loss of no wicket. Both the batsmen racing towards their respective half centuries. Let's see who gets to there first. That's the contest as of now. Doesn't look like a contest between DNO Dynamos and OiLSERV as Jatin plays this towards long leg region and gets another couple. So he also reaches 43. Both the batsmen 43 of 30 balls each. Jatin having 4 boundaries and Tanuj Sharma having 6 boundaries to his credit. 10 boundaries of the innings. No sixes so far as Jatin tries one but manages to play towards deep mid wicket. The man at long on running towards his left. A good 20 meters, collects the ball, keeps it down to 2. Score moves on to 124 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 10 overs as the teams change sides. Jatin batting 44 of 31, Tanuj Sharma batting 40 of 30, 37 extras in the innings so far as we come towards the midway of the innings.
विकेट गया है कि रिटायर हेड हो रहा है? तो लोग विकेट नहीं ले पाए तो रिटायर हेड हो रहा है गुस्से में.
Jatin, tired? As at the midway mark, Jatin decides to retire himself out.
Inning break. अरे लाओ
Jatin retiring out at 44 of 31. It's been a
हाँ सारे ही काटना है उनको काट सही है ऐसे यहाँ से यहाँ बात थोड़ा तोड़ के धूप इधर इधर ना धूप इधर यहाँ नहीं सूरज तो ये सामने है ना उधर बात करते हैं नहीं यहाँ से ज़्यादा देखिए ना कौन सा हमने तार वाला यहाँ बात सही आ रहा है थोड़ा और आगे अरे बहुत सही हाँ सही है सबके साथ यही थे सबके साथ बाकी तो और देखे ना तो फिर बोलते यार वही आएगा हाँ भाई कितना टाइम लगेगा हाँ ओके आ जाओ
तनुज की होने वाली है लेफ्टी चला गया
40 वाला बचा हुआ दो दो के 40 थे
ये क्या है यार इंटरनेट नॉट फाउंड करके बता रहा है Change in the batsman. Tanuj deciding to, rather Jatin was the one who retired himself out for 44. Prabhat Saxena to the new batsman. Ishan Mistry, the new batsman. Playing down the wrong line. Lucky for him, takes the outer edge of the bat.
आज ही पूरा भाई लग रहा है काटेगा
Ishan plays it towards short cover, takes off for a single. Score moves on to 125 as Tanuj walks across, plays it towards long leg. Ishan Mistry taking strike 4 runs of the 2 balls so far. Beats him, Alden's up. Chance of a run out. Lucky for the batsman. The keeper was standing in between the stumps. Could have taken a chance of a run out. So good over so far by DNO Dynamo standards. They've just given away 2 runs of the 5 balls. It's the captain who's doing the job for his team. Not much support by any of his bowlers who've been guilty of bowling a lot of extras apart from giving away too many runs and a couple of catches being dropped. again beating the batsman. So end of a magnificent over. Just 2 runs coming off it. 126 for no loss. Ishan Mistry batting 1 of 5. Tanuj Sharma batting 44 of 31. So the momentum broken as of now, and Prabhat will be hoping his rest of his bowlers continue the same. Tanuj plays it in the air towards deep mid wicket. Fielder coming there, keeps it down to a single. He moves on to 45 of 32. 6 boundaries. The man who's left the field was Jatin. Chance of a caught behind. Umpire not interested. Chance of another catch. Goes towards third man. Short third man giving the chase. Just managing to keep it inside the boundary. So 2 runs added to the total. Score moves on to 130. The run rate dropping from 12.89 to 11.4 since the end of drinks break. Sorry, 12.4 to 11.14. So that's quite a pullback. They would want to keep it this way and slowly bring the rate down to 10 and under if they want to make a match of it. This could be a very difficult task to chase on for DNO Dynamos. Tanuj collects another single, an overthrow brings another run added. So he moves on to 49, score moves on to 132. Disappointing show so far from the DNO Dynamos, but still a lot to play for in this game. They have been pushed to a corner but not out of the contest so far. So 50 from Tanuj Sharma, 50 of 35 balls, 6 boundaries. Raises his bat. And Tanuj Sharma too retires himself out after a well-made 50. So the game plan for OiLSERV is to get most of the batsmen as much as game time as possible in the tournament as the game progresses. Considering that the start that they have scored 133 in 12 overs. Run rate of 11.08. Both the opening batsmen retiring themselves out. Jatin was the first one, 44 of 31, and followed by Tanuj, 50 of 35. So well made partnership. Now Nilesh Zariwala, the new batsman, he's on strike. Ishan Mistry batting 2 of 7 as Prabhat comes into bowl. Chance of an LBW and no stroke offered, and he's been given LBW. No shot offered. So the only thing that would matter was the ball was pitching in line and going onto the stumps. Impact would not have had any effect. So Nilesh Zariwala is the first wicket down. Prabhat Saxena, the successful bowler. $133 for 1. Slight delayed entry into the playing arena. Prabhat Saxena, the successful bowler, getting Nilesh Zariwala LBW of the first ball. So 133 for 1 is the score at the start of the 13th over of the innings. Full toss, plays it down to mid wicket for a single. Ishan Mistry on strike. Ishan plays it towards long on for another single. So the last 2 overs yielding only 9 runs. And now 2 runs of the first 3 balls with the wicket. Aniket Singh plays it towards short cover, gets a single. The man at point running towards short cover and doing the fielding there. Score moves on to 136. Aniket Singh 2 of 2 balls. Ishan Mistry batting 3 of 8. Into the air towards mid-off. Ball going towards long on. The fielder misfielding there, but no additional run. Just 1 run added. So score moves on to 137. The last ball of the 13th over coming up. Chance of another catch going towards short cover. So end of the 13th over, 138 for 3, for 138 for 1. 13 overs completed, run rate dropping down to 10.62. It was 12.4 at the start of the 11th over. Dropped down to 10.62. Even that would get them to 212. Given the momentum that OiLSERV have, they will want to get more than 200 plus on this track and get their net run rate high as much as possible. We know Jacob to continue. He's given away 15 runs of the 2 overs he's bowled. Prabhat 16 runs of the 3 overs he's bowled, and the 1 wicket that he took up Nilesh Jariwala. Aniket on strike. He's batting 3 of 3. We know Jacob the bowler. And Aniket playing down the wrong line and losing his off stump. You can see the excitement for the bowler, managing to break the defenses of Aniket Singh. So a short stay for Aniket. He's out of 3 or 4 balls bowled. Vinod Jacob as the new man. Vineet walks in. Vineet Deshpande. Vineet Deshpande, the man behind this tournament. He scored his career best of 46 in the last game. He played James Foster now coming into a couple of duels with the man going out, Aniket Singh, and with the new man Vineet coming in. So have a look. Vineet Deshpande hitting a whirlwind 46 in the last game they played against Super Tech. And that was a night game. Now this is a day game. The conditions favoring the bowler as well. Wicket is dry and the ball's gripping onto the surface, so plays it back towards the bowler.
जी भाई वो तो फोन नहीं उठा रहा, दूसरे एक बंदे को मैं पूछा, वो बोला 10-15 मिनट में चेक करता हूँ.
138 is the score. Asking for an L, caught behind. Prasad managing to catch the ball, but no appeal whatsoever. Score remains on 138.
मेरे पास रेफरेंस था, उसके साथ मैंने एक टूर्नामेंट काम किया, वो बंदा अच्छा है, अभी पता नहीं कैसा साला ऐसा कर दिया।
As Vinith plays it back towards the bowler, so
रहेगा तो बताना।
4 dot balls in the over. A rarity in this inning so far. In the first 10, there was complete carnage, and then now it is a total opposite performance.
बताया ना
1 run now coming back for the second. Vinith pushing his partner Ishan to run. He scored 2 of 4 balls. 2 runs of the over so far. Last ball of the 14th over coming up. Plays it towards long on. Bowler says catch it, but there's nobody at the mid-on region. The man was down at long on. So 1 run to end the over. 3 runs of the over coming so far. 141 for 4. 17 runs coming after the break. So a very good pullback by the DNO Dynamo bowlers Vinod Jacob and Prabhat Saxena in tandem, giving away 17 runs amongst themselves and getting 2 wickets. Wide down leg side.
इसने कंफर्म कर दिया, वो बोलता है यार लाजिम, क्योंकि वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं है, सिर्फ फोटो ही है उसका,
142 for 4.
तो प्लीज उसको बोलो बोलो यार करने जान, बताओ मेरे को क्या बोलता है। ओके थैंक यू।
They're asking for an LBW going down leg side probably. राजेश अबू धाबी से, लेकिन वो अबू धाबी में asking for another LBW, playing down the wrong line, and another LBW. So Prabhat getting the wicket of Vinny Deshpande. He's out 4 of 7 balls. So now, after the 2 men who decided to retire, 3 men have come in and walked back. It was Nilesh Zariwala, the first one, followed by Aniket Singh. Now Vinit Deshpande playing back and across to a foolish delivery. So 142 for 5 is what the total is. So an optimistic cry of trying to get the team all out. Shehbaz, the umpire, deeming Vinit Deshpande out LBW. Current run rate of 9.91. Prabhat Saxena 3.2 overs, 17 runs, 2 wickets. As Alpesh Patel, the new man. Full toss, plays it towards Gully, sets off for a quick single. Score moves on to 143. So complete contrast to what we saw in the first 10 overs. 124 runs were scored without a wicket being conceded, and then all of a sudden 2 men deciding to retire themselves out, and 3 men follow after that, while we see another one high in the sky, man at mid wicket coming under it, and another catch. So 143 for 6. Ishan Mistry out 4 of 9 balls. And Newman
तो कोई नहीं भाई, ये यही था, मैंने दे दिया। ठीक है प्लीज, थैंक यू।
Ishan Misri trying to clear the mid-wicket boundary, manages to find a deep mid-wicket. Caught by Zain of the bowling of Prabhat Saxena. Prabhat Saxena coming in and doing a complete turnaround. He's got 3 wickets, 3.4 overs, 18 runs. And the new man in, Kapil. .143 for 6.
अरे भाई पूरी यूपी में सिर्फ यही रोड खाली है, अगर इसको भी बिजी बोलेगा तो फिर आपको, अच्छा आपने 10 मिनट बोला था लेकिन आपका निकल के भी 25 मिनट हो गया।
Prabhat Saxena, successful bowler, 3.4 overs, 18 runs and has taken 3 wickets as the new man Kapil on strike. Hoxing the batsman, playing all around it. Last ball of Prabhat's spell. He's given away 18 runs. And let's see what comes. The balls are wide. Trying to entice the batsman to play down the wrong line. Gives away a wide. So 144 after 14.5 overs. Lost 6 wickets for 20 runs since the... Another slowish delivery. Again playing around it. An end of a magnificent spell. 4 overs, 19 runs and 3 wickets. Ably supported by Vinod Jacob, who's got 3 overs, 18 runs and a wicket, apart from the 2 men who decided to retire out. Must be contemplating whether that was the right decision to allow the middle order to come and expose themselves, who've been found wanting as of now. Santosh coming in the field and Ram the man going out. End of 15 overs, 144 for 6. So let's have a look at the scorecard. Jatin retired out 44 of 31, 4 boundaries. Tanuj Sharma retired 50 of 35 with 6 boundaries. And then a sorry state of affairs for the OiLSERVs, who suddenly are, standing on an oil slick sort of situation. Jacob bowls it to Alpesh, who takes off for a single. He's batting 2 of 2. Kapil on strike, facing the 2 balls. This is Vinod Jacob's last over. You'd want to ideally finish with a wicket or so. Edge goes to his third man. Short third, giving the chase. And a welcome boundary for OiLSERV. Move to 149. Paul gives the chase, but the ball wins the race. A welcome boundary after the 10th over. Kapil batting 4 of 3. He gets off the mark with a boundary. Not a convincing one, but we'll be happy to take that. Wanting to cut this one, not the line that too close to the off stump. So score remains on 149. Another swing and a miss. Again, playing inside the line of the ball. He's been playing inside rather than moving towards the ball. Just no feet or movement whatsoever. This time plays it towards fine leg. James Foster chasing the ball, and another boundary. Score moves on to 153. So the 150 comes up. 15 point to stop it with his foot. Couldn't do it. Chases the ball towards the extra cover boundary. 2 runs added. end of the over. Score moves on to 155 for 6 at the end of 16 overs. Current run rate of 9.69 will get them to 194. They were well on course to make 250.
होएगा होएगा 2 बंदे से बात करा और मैंने उसको भी फोन किया जो बंदा आपको बोला ना वो बंदा भी बोलता है कि हम लोग का पूरा ग्रुप है मैंने ग्रुप में डाला हूँ तो कुछ करता हूँ उसको 10 मिनट दे दो मैं भी एक बंदे को और बोला हूँ वो भी कर रहे हैं प्लीज हाँ
As both the bowlers Vinod Jacob and Prabhat Saxena complete their quota of 4 overs each. Vinod gave away 29 runs and taken 1 wicket, and Prabhat Saxena 4 overs, 19 runs, 3 wickets. As Chandan comes into bowl, from over the wicket, he's given away 26 runs of the 2 overs that he's bowled. We'll want a better contribution from him now. Keeps it down to a single to short cover. Score moves on to 156. And what score will DNO Dynamos restrict? The OiLSERVs will unfold in the next few minutes as Chandan comes into bowl to Kapil, who is batting 10 of 7. Again, trying to swing his bat. No edge. And score remains on 156. Chandan to Kapil. Oh, beautiful ball. A leg cutter. Just pitching on the off stump, shaping away. This time losing his radar, bowls are wide. Wanting to repeat the last one, but this time bowling it way down the leg side. Concedes another run, 157 the score. 40 extras in the innings so far. Kapil plays it towards gully, well fielded by Hitesh there at gully. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 158. 16.4 overs completed. Another 20 legal deliveries in the inning so far. As it brushes the pad way down the leg side. Keeper Prasad doing the collection. No run added. 158 for 6. Last ball of the 17th over. Foolish delivery, plays it towards long on, 1 run added. Four runs coming off that over, 3 overs, 30 runs for no wicket. 159. Zain coming into bowl. Screen पे क्या दिख रहा है? Zain to start his over and he pulls a wide, so score moves on to 160. As James Foster does a slide and stops the ball, so for another single added to the total. Score 162 for 6. A partnership of 19 so far. Another one, bowling with a slightly lower trajectory, Zain. So ball's not going to lift too much off the pitch. The batsman will have to adjust himself as he plays it down to long on for another single. Score moves on to 163 for 6. 17.3 overs completed. Plays it back towards the bowler. So the DNO Dynamo is now running through their overs quick and fast compared to the first 10 overs that they had bowled, as Alpesh plays it towards deep mid-wicket and gets another double to his score. Score moves on to 165. Here at the Eagle Grounds on the Dubai Al-Ain Road, the Oil and Gas Premier League Season 1, a 6-team tournament played across 6 weeks, where each team gets to play 5 games, and then they come down to play their last knockout game. The top 2 teams playing the finals, the 3rd and 4th playing for the 3rd place, and the 5th and the 6th playing for the 5th place. So every team gets to play 6 matches overall. It all depends on where you stand at the end of your league table, as end of the 18 overs, 165 for 6. Chandan to continue 3 overs today. He had a good 3rd over, an edge towards short 3rd, and again another good piece of fielding there by Paul. Keeps it down to 166. .166 for 6. Plays it over the bowler's head. 1 run collected. Prabhat doing the fielding, wanting a second. Chance of a run out, and Kapil is run out. Total miscommunication. Yes, no, and in the end, Prabhat and Chandan combining together to get the 7th wicket down at the score of 167. Man out Kapil for 13 of 13 balls. Partnership of 24 of 22 balls comes to an end. After the innings had derailed, these two got together and got their team to 167 so far. Plays it towards deep mid-wicket. 1 run completed, wanting the second. Again, a miscommunication. Is there a chance of another run out? And yes, it is. So last 2 balls. Akhilesh Bengre, the captain, has to depart without facing a ball. Alpesh, the man, calling in for a second run. So the last 2 balls. .167 for 8 at the end of 18.3 overs. So have a look at the run out, the replay. Let's have a look at the celebration. While the shoulders are dropped at the end of the first 10 overs, it is a complete contrast. 8 wickets have fallen for the addition of 43 runs. And number 10 batsman coming into walk. Bala Sahib Patil, batsman at number 10. Prabhu Arun Kumar, the man to follow. Alpesh to take strike. This is the penultimate over of the innings. Going round the wicket and a wide. And at this stage, OiLSERV will be happy to collect a few more extra runs. Score 169. 18.3 overs completed.
वो जोश को पूरा डिटेल पता है क्या करना है खाली फोटो में तो आप रोज से एक बार बात कर लेगा ना वो पूरा एक्सप्लेन कर देगा सब नहीं सज्जाद सज्जाद टेपल का टेपल का
Another beautiful ball from Chandan.
एक मीटर को होल्ड करो दोनों जॉइंट पे लेता सज्जाद का
This score moves on to 168.
सज्जाद भाई
How are you feeling?
जोश लाइन पे है वो किसी को अरेंज कर रहा है बोल रहा है जोश बोलो
168 for 8. Chandan comes into bowl to Alpesh, plays it down towards long off for a single. Again, a slow bit of fielding. This time results in a second run completed. The last time they attempted, two men had lost their wicket. And Akhilesh Bengre, the captain, who bore the brunt of it without facing a ball. So the end of 19 overs, 170 for 8. Last over of the innings coming up. Alpesh batting 10 of 14. Bala Sahib, the batsman, taking strike. Chandan Kumar giving away 9 runs of the second spell that he bowled. His analysis 4 overs, 35 runs for no wicket. Completely as Zain comes into bowl. The last over of the innings. He's given us 6 runs of the last over. Bala Sahib plays it towards covers. 1 run being taken. Alpesh wanting the second. A misfield there by Kinjal. Alpesh quick to seize that one and get another double. So score moves on to 172. Current run rate of 8.97 projected can go up to 179 at one stage. OiLSERV well and truly on course for a 250 score, but asking for an LBW way down leg side. 19.2 overs completed. Last 4 balls of the innings coming up.
19.2.
Yeah. No, 20. As James Foster is given a very wry smile and says that probably they bowled 6 overs extra. And that must be the team talk after they finish this game, I guess. James, your thoughts on that?
Well, they cheated, didn't they? OiLSERV cheated. They brought in a left-hander to start off. We've never bowled against a left-hander. So that left-hand, right-hand combination really screwed up with our bowlers. You know, our opening bowlers are great bowlers, but we're only good at bowling the right-handers. That's the issue. And I think basically we should ban left-handers from the game.
For your records, I'm a left-hander too, so you can't be talking to...
Well, you know, at least we need to have a bit of a practice against the left-hander before we actually go out there to bowl in the game, you know. It really screwed us up. I told them to put Jatin in at number 11, and they let me down. I'm very disappointed.
And on a serious note, 124 in the first 10 overs, a complete contrast of a performance. What was the team talk at the midway break when you all had the drinks?
Bowl it straight and don't give any more wides. I think that was about the sum of it, because I think in the first 10 overs we had 32 wides. We gave them 6 extra over just with wides. So, yeah, I blame that on OiLSERV. They cheated.
All right, anyway, thank you for that. As we see some more runs being scored, score moves on to 178 as James Foster leaves the comm box. As the end of 20 overs, 178 for 8. A complete contrasting performance by the DNO Dynamos, giving away 124 runs without managing to get a wicket in the first 20 overs. The next 10 overs, given away only 54 runs and managed to get 8 wickets. So OiLSERV completing their innings at 178 for 8 in the 20 overs. 179 to win. Have a look at the bowling analysis. Santosh 3 overs 35 runs. Chandan Kumar 4 overs 35 runs, conceding 9 runs in the second spell. He came back and bowled beautifully. James Foster 2 overs 27 runs. Prabhat Saxena, the pick of the bowlers, 4 overs 19 runs, 3 wickets. Yusuf, the lone over, he giving away 17 runs. Vinod Jacob partnering with his captain and keeping the score to 4. He gave away 29 runs of the 4 overs he bowled with 1 wicket. Zen, economical, 2 overs, 14 runs in the 2 overs. So at the end of 20 overs, 178. Let's have a look at the fall of the wickets. 124 when Jatin decided to retire himself out. Tanuj Sharma retiring at the score of 133. Nilesh Zariwala at the score of 133 was out LBW to Prabhat Saxena. That's where the the score started derailing. Aniket Singh at 138. Vinny Deshpande LBW at 142. Ishan Mistry out at the score of 143, and then the 2 runouts at 166 and 167. Kapil was the first to go, and then Akhilesh Bengre without facing a ball. So 178 is what they have scored. 179 is what DNO Dynamos need to score to win this contest. The chase coming in the next few moments. The start of the innings. 179 is what DNO Dynamos required to chase down the score. The Oil and Gas Premier League Season 1, game number 5. As the second innings gets underway. 1 for no loss. Prashant MS, the batsman, scores a single of the first ball. Yusuf, his partner. Akhilesh, the bowler, the captain leading from the front. Outside the off stump. Batsman beaten for pace out there. Score 1 for the loss of no wicket. The umpires for this game, Shahzeb and Harish, and Shahzeb has to stretch his arms out. Shahbaz rather. Score moves on to 2, the first extras of the innings. Score 2 for no loss. They need another 178 to win this. 77 more to win this game. They needed 179 at the start of the innings. 2 runs already been scored of the 2 balls. And a slowish delivery all round it. And Yusuf is bowled for no score. So the first wicket down at the score of 2. DNO Dynamos losing their opener for no score. Prabhat Saxena, the captain, coming in at number 3. This is the second game of the day. Will be followed by the third game. JSS will take on Supertech. The completed game so far of the day was Cummins Arabia had a comprehensive 49 runs victory against Petrofac. 6 teams in this competition from the oil and gas industry. Prabhat Saxena taking strike to his counterpart Akhilesh, who's got a wicket again down leg side, asking for a caught behind. Score moves on to 3 for the loss of 1 wicket. The man out Yusuf, bowled by Akhilesh. Prabhat facing Akhilesh. Places back the man at mid-on doing the fielding. On middle and leg. Shaping towards the off stump. Prabhat just playing it down. It's 4:45 local time as the evening to set in the next few minutes. The sun's starting to go down. Plays it towards short covers, and the ploy to keep a man at short cover works. Inviting the drive. Prabhat quite livid with himself. Gets sucked into the trap. And the man considered to be the best man to lead this fight back is walking back towards the pavilion. He is out for not for the 2 balls he faced. So failure for Prabhat Saxena. He's out for naught. So 3 for 2. So a couple of setbacks right in the first over for DNO Dynamos. ये क्या है? ये क्या तरीका है यार? Prashant MS, the guy getting this lone run off the bat, 2 extras in the innings. As the umpire asks, Zain comes into bat at number 4. Prashant MS on strike. Bala Sahib Patil sharing the new ball with his captain Akhilesh. Prashant on strike. Bala Sahib the bowler. On the good length spot. Prashant doing well to place it towards short covers. So the pressure being exerted by OiLSERV. Having a man at slip. Jatin the man at short covers. Men inside the ring are at gully, point, short cover, mid-off, mid-on, short mid-wicket and a short fine leg apart from the slip. Only 2 men outside the circle, 1 at third man. As both the batsmen take off for a quick single. Score moves on to 4. So 8 men inside the ring, keeping only the man out at third man. There's quite a bit of gap between the man at gully and slip. Man at third man doing the covering up there. Plays it towards short mid-wicket. Half a chance there. Ball going towards the boundary. The fielder giving a chase. The ball stops within the boundary. The batsman cross over for 3 runs. Bala Sahib inducing a false stroke by Zain. Played it in the air. Just wide of the fielder at short mid-wicket. Score moves on to 7. The required run rate started at 8.98, has gone up to 9.3, already into the second over. Plays this one towards short mid-wicket, a short cover, sorry, and a run being taken there. Score moves on to 8. Prashant moves on to 3 of 4 balls, then batting 3 of 2 balls. So both these batsmen looking positive, trying to score at every opportunity. Have already managed to go at 5 of the 5 balls. They will need much more than that. Round the legs, batsman playing all around it. Lucky for him, the ball missing leg stump. Zain lucky to survive that LBW call. Bala Sahib to Zain. Again a swing across the line, trying to play it in the vacant square leg area. Bala Sahib bowling a much fuller length, not the length that could be played towards square leg. So end of the over, 8 for 2 at the end of 2 overs. Current run rate of 4 runs, required run rate creeping up to 9.5. Both the bowlers doing well so far. Akhilesh giving away 3 runs and getting 2 wickets. Bala Sahib not far away, giving away 5 runs and no wicket, but creating a couple of false shots from the batsmen. So that shows they're in bowling at a good length, keeping good lines as well. Akhilesh. Prashant dances down the wicket, plays it towards White mid-off. Bala Sahib puts a foot. By the time he collects, Zain quick enough to run down towards a non-striker and complete the second run. So score moves on to 10. Akhilesh to Prashant. Again, foolish delivery. Prashant doing well to keep it out. We have a look at the scorecard of the OiLSERV's innings. Jatin retired himself out for 44 of 31. Tanuj Sharma followed him, making a good 50 of 35. He too retired with 6 hits to the fence. Then a flurry of wickets where Ishan Mistry was out for 4 of 10 balls. Chance of a run out as we see. Zain had slipped and fallen, but the man had shot mid-wicket, taking a shy at the stumps, not closer to the stumps. Nilesh Zariwala was out, LBW first ball. Aniket Singh was bowled by Vinod Jacob of 4 balls. Vineet Deshpande was LBW by Prabhat Saxena for 3 of 7. Alpesh Patil managed to get 15 of 16, not before he had got 2 of his partners run out. Kapil was out, run out 13 of 13 with 2 hits to the fence, and Akhilesh had run out without a run on the board. As Akhilesh bowls, a chance of a caught behind. Is it? No. Squaring the batsman. Prashant playing inside the line of the ball. The ball pitching on off stump and shaping outside the off stump. So we're in a bit of a middle of a very good spell by both these opening bowlers. Akhilesh in particular, he's managed to get 2 wickets and he's also kept the batsmen quiet, kept them guessing. Seven bowlers used by DNO Dynamos. Prabhat Saxena being the pick of them, 4 overs for 19 runs and 3 wickets. As Prashant plays one towards short fine. Aniket doing the fielding, but not before he's given away 2 runs. A lot of cheer from the dugout for these 2 boys. As the score moves on to 12 as we come towards the last ball of the 3rd over. Needing another 167 runs of the remaining 103 balls. Last ball of the 3rd over coming in. Akhilesh plays it towards short covers. Vineet misfields there, allows the single. Could have got a chance to effect a run out as well. Prashant was already down the track. So 13 runs at the end of 3 overs. Comparatively, OiLSERV were 36 for no loss at the end of 3 overs, as both the opening bowlers for DNO Dynamos were spraying the ball all around and given away quite a few extra balls. So comparatively a much better line and length by the opening bowlers of OiLSERV. Bala Sahib coming into bowl, the 4th over of the innings, his 2nd over of the day. Each bowler allowed 4 overs in this T20 competition. As Bala Sahib into Prashant. Chinese cut towards short fine, 1 run. Aniket slips while fielding but manages to hold on to the ball. So 1 run added to this total. Score moves on to 14. The Oil and Gas Premier League, sponsored by Bluebell Shipping, Sovowell, PFF Valve Fittings, Asco Filtry and Caltros. I thank the sponsors for supporting the cricket, as Zain plays it towards mid-wicket, and a beautiful catch by Jatin at short mid-wicket. Safe pair of hands. moves himself from slips towards short mid-wicket, and another batsman getting sucked into the trap. Just Prabhat who first played a shot towards short covers, and this time Zain playing it towards short mid-wicket. So further trouble for DNO Dynamos, who are 14 for the loss of 3 wickets. We're all into the 4th over of the innings. Zain, the man, out. He's out for 3 or 5 balls. No boundaries in the innings so far. You see 3 men already in the hut. Prashant, the man, batting at 9 of 11. Disappointed to see 3 of his partners come and go. Akhilesh, to Bala Sahib, who's bowling. Chandan Kumar Singh, the man at number 5, he's faced his first ball, missed the one outside off stump. And the ball going into the keeper's gloves. Again, another one outside the off stump. Chandan playing late, playing the cut. Again, not a sensible shot. The ball's up there. You don't cut that. You try to play it straight down the ground. Half an edge could go into the keeper's gloves or could cannon back onto the stump. So 14 for 3, 5th ball of the 4th over. We're in the power play. Oh, playing and a miss again. The 3rd miss continuously. OiLSERV running through their over quickly. And see the lone man outside the ring, 4 men inside the ring on the onside, 4 men on the offside. Inviting the batsman to go over the top, and another miss. So a wicket maiden for... Sorry, it wasn't a wicket maiden. There was 1 run that came off the over. So 2 overs, 6 runs, 1 wicket. Akhilesh bowling 2 overs, 8 runs and getting 2 wickets. So 3 wickets shared by the opening pair in the first 4 overs of this innings. Current run rate of 3.50. Required run rate now propelling towards 10.31 as we see Akhilesh coming to bowl his 3rd over. A brief hold in play as the batsman for 3. Again, ball pitching on middle and leg, coming into the batsman, nudging it towards short mid-wicket. A man stationed there for that kind of a shot. No run added there. Score remains on 14. So batsman Chandan asks for helmet change. Probably not happy with the one he brought in. Chandan on strike. We're in the 5th over of the power play. Number 6 overs of power play where you have 7 men inside the ring. Again, ball pitches and bounces. Chandan nowhere closer to the ball. He's already faced 5 balls without having a touch on any of these. It's of a caught behind, is it? Asking for a caught behind, confident appeal, but no bat involved there, so Chandan survives. Probably the ball brushing the turf. It created a sound, but not to be, so 15 for 3 is what the score remains. Akhilesh into Chandan. The first time he managed to get bat on ball with no success. So another dot ball. It's the last ball of the 5th over comes up. It's 15 for 3. Akhilesh into Chandan. Again a swing and a miss. It's a proper case of the batsman missing the ball and the bowler missing the stumps. At the end of 5 overs, 15 for the loss of 3 wickets. Prashant batting 10 of 13. Chandan batting on not of the 8 balls he's faced. And Jatin comes in to bowl for the first time in the match. As we quickly have a recap on the game between India and Australia played at Nagpur. India winning by an innings and 132 runs. Australia bundled out for 91 in their second innings. No contribution whatsoever except by Steven Smith, who was left stranded at 25. Labuschagne, Carey and Warner, the other batsmen who could reach double figures. As Jatin bowls to Prashant. Slowish delivery outside the off stump. Prashant playing and missing, and the keeper collecting the ball. Australia bundled out within a session of 33 overs. As Jatin comes into bowl to Prashant, left arm over the wicket. Asking for an LBW and given. Wrapped on the pads, ball pitching in line, going on to hit the middle stump. The umpire has a careful look, and in the end adjusts the batsman LBW. So Prashant too has lost his wicket. He is out LBW for 10 of 15 balls. And Jatin right away coming into the wickets. As we see a left-hander coming to replace Prashant. "15 for 4. Oh, beautiful ball. Unlucky that it missed the stumps. Vinod Jacob playing all around it. Missed that one. Score remains on 15 for the loss of 4 wickets. Another swing and a miss. It's a matter of when they put bat to ball right now rather than scoring runs, the DNO Dynamos. 5.4 overs, the lowest score in the power play so far. And quite contradictory. OiLSERV has the best power play score in the tournament so far. Asking for another one, probably height is the issue. So 5.5 overs completed, 15 for the loss of 4 wickets at the last ball of power play. Well, Vinod just hobbling a bit. In the air, chance of a catch, the man at mid-on going towards man at mid-off going towards mid-on, but can't stop the 2. So Vinod off the mark, 17 for 4 at the end of power play. 6 overs completed, 17 for 4. OiLSERV keeping a good hold on the proceedings as we have Kapil quite close to the boundary. Kapil, quick word with you. Happy with the way the team has performed so far?
Yeah, it's very well. We're playing very well. Bowlers are already choked them. In the first 2 overs, we took a couple of wickets, and that is making a difference here.
We see Prabhu coming into bowl, nearly got caught in bowl. Kapil, your chances of bowling in the game in the later on the stages?
Maybe, yeah. If we choke them on a decent score, then yes, of course I'll bowl.
Okay, good to see that, and all the best for the rest of the tournament as Prabhu nearly manages to hold on to a cotton ball, gives away a single score, moves on to 18. Brings the left-hander on strike. So this time a cause of concern for the OiLSERV boys as they need to keep changing the field with the left-hand, right-hand combination. Something which the DNO Dynamos were not happy when Jatin and Tanuj had taken strike at the center. Wild swing. Vinod trying to hit his way out here. Doesn't manage to make any connection. Score remains on 18. We are in the 7th over of the innings. Prabhu to Vinod. Wanting a video and another no ball being called. Chucking. Free. Free hit. In another no ball, so we have 3 no balls being bowled. And another free hit. Prabhu's given away 5 runs and the 1 legal delivery that he's bowled. So, score moves on to 22. Chandan tries to send it into the mid-wicket region, just manages to play it near the wicket and manages to get a single. So he moves on to 2 of 10 balls. Vinod Jacob batting 3 of 7. Partnership of 8. Chasing 179. They need another 156 of 82 balls. Required run rate reaching 11.41. Vinod this time plays it high in the air. The man at mid-off running back. 2 runs added to the total. Score moves on to 25. For the loss of 4 wickets. As we know, Jacob swivels and sends it towards the fine leg boundary. Kapil there doing the fielding, keeps it down to 1. So no boundaries in the innings so far. 26 for 4. Down leg side wide, a good collect by the keeper. Score moves on to 27. 5 extras in the innings so far, 2 wides and 3 no balls. Another no ball instead of a wide, so another free hit coming up. Plays it down to the man in mid-on, chance of a run out. But slow fielding allows the batsman to cross over for a single. Chandan moves on to 3 of 12 balls. Score moves on to 28. Last ball of the 7th over coming up. Vinod plays it towards the vacant deep mid-wicket area. Ball racing towards the boundary. The first boundary of the innings. So a rather lengthy over of 10 balls comes to close. 15 runs coming off it. Score moves on to 32 for the loss of 4 wickets. Vinod batting 10 of 10. The first batsman to come to double figures rather. He's the second batsman. Prashant was out for 10. Jatin comes in to bowl his second over. The successful last over, he gave away 2 runs and got the wicket. Chandan on strike. He's batting 3 of 12. And a small little partnership, 17 of 14 balls. But DNO Dynamos need much more than that if they want to make a match out of this. As Jatin comes in to bowl to Chandan. Plays it down towards mid-on for an easy single. Score moves on to 33. Jatin into ball to Vinod. Plays it towards point for a quick single. Score moves on to 34. This is the second game of the day as we follow to be followed by a triple header game between JSS and Supertech later on in the evening. 33 for 4. Chandan plays it towards mid-on again, gets another single there. Man at mid-on quite deep at the edge of the circle, so change in field with the left-hander coming in the mid-off, going down to long off. Vinod batting 11 of 11 balls with 1 hit. He's got the only boundary of the innings so far. We're already into the 8th over. Keeper trying to effect a stumping there. No luck whatsoever as Vinod Jacob was still inside the crease. The Oil and Gas Premier League Season 1 being played here at the Eagle Cricket Grounds on the Dubai Al Ain Road. 6 teams participating in this tournament. Already had 4 matches completed as another good ball from Jatin outside the off stump. Vinod chasing this wider one. Five-man inside the ring. As Vinod plays it towards deep mid-wicket. Man giving the chase at the deep wicket boundary. Fields the ball, keeps it down to 2 runs. Score moves on to 35 with the last ball of 8th over coming up. It's complete of 8th overs, 37 for the loss of 4 wickets. As you see a bowling change, the experiment with Prabhu is halted and Vineet Deshpande comes into bowl. They need another 142 of 72 balls. Required run rate 11.83 as Vineet right arm leg spin. Leg break bowler comes into attack. Chandan plays it near cotton bolt for Vineet. First ball a single. Vinod in the air towards short third. Aniket Singh fielding the ball. Batsman come back for a second. Chance of a run out. But the batsman comfortably home. Score moves on to 40.
कितने तक मिल जाता है आपको कुछ पता है जो दे सकता है
End of 8.4 overs, 41 for the loss of 4 wickets. Double the dot ball and a single to follow after that. Brings the score on to 44. As Chandan plays it down to long on, the man midway through there. Can't stop the single. Score moves on to 42. It's a partnership of 27 of 25. It's 137 required of the remaining 67 balls. Vineet comes in to bowl the last ball of the over. Again down the leg side. So end of the over, 9 overs completed, 42 for the loss of 4 wickets. Prabhu comes into bowl his second over, gone for 15 runs, given away quite a few no balls there. So he will want to correct those errors and probably get a wicket or two for his team. Down leg side, this time a wide, so the extras continuing from Prabhu's bowling. First man out, Yusuf for 2, Prabhat out at the score of 3, Zain out at the score of 14, and the fourth one, Prashant, out at the score of 15. Since then, these two batsmen have managed to get some runs, including a few extras, so score moves on to 44. Chandan on strike, Prabhu the bowler. Another wide again. First time that he pitched it within the tram line, so that constitutes a dot ball. Score remains on 45. Coming towards the mid innings. Again another wide. Score moves on to 46. Prabhu. Chandan plays it to a short mid wicket. 1 run added to the total. Score moves on to 47. The Oil and Gas Premier League Season 1. Game number 5, followed by the next game here between JSS and Supertech. Both the teams, having lost their first encounter, will want to get their campaign on track again. Vinod plays it back to the bowler. Prabhu fields off his own bowling. Another wide, this time chance of a run out. Prabhu collects the ball, so another wide. Score moves on to 48. Extras reaching 11. 7 wides and 4 no balls bowled in the inning so far. It's another wide ball, so another extra. Score extras moves on to 12. It's already a 8 ball over, and so 5 extra deliveries have been bowled already. and make it another one. So the 50 coming up in the 10th over. It's the only question of how many extras is giving, and another wide. Nine ball over already, and 6 of them have been extras, while another dot ball, well supported by his fielders. So 4 balls of the over completed, with a couple of them more. It's 1.4 overs, 24 runs. And another wide, this time going towards the fine leg. Kapil doing the fielding there. Batsman come back for 2. Score moves on to 54. Yes, finally some redemption for Prabhu after bowling all those wides, bowling a foolish delivery. Vinod playing across the line and caught plumb in front, so Prabhu getting a wicket. Okay. Here in the middle of the desert. You can see vehicles in the desert doing the dune bashing, a popular adventure here in the UAE, and people get to experience the Bedouinian lifestyle. Dune bashing followed by the Tanura dance and the belly dance and some Arabic cuisine. People enjoying the sunset and capturing some photos for their memories. James Foster comes into bat. Prabhu the bowler. This one plays it down to a short fine. Comes in for a quick single. So the end of 10th over. 55 for the loss of 5 wickets at the end of 10 overs as the players take a quick break.
लो पीछे लो पूरा ग्राउंड तक आ जाओ.
55 and lost 5 wickets, and they need another 124 in the remaining 10 overs. As Prabhu is given away 28 runs and taken 1 wicket in the 2 overs. Vinny Deshpande to continue. He's got given up 5 runs of the 1 over. Trying to entice James to go in for a false stroke. Also, again, lower trajectory bowls. James plays it towards deep point and takes a single. Score moves on to 56. The fielder being called into the circle near the umpire who's standing on the point region. Stop that single. Outside the off stump, trying to cut that one. Chandan, he's been there for quite some time. He's batting 8 of 19 balls. Plays it across the line towards mid-on. The man standing halfway there towards deep mid-on. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 57. As Vinny trying to rush through his over. He's already bowled 4 balls and given away 2 runs. Trying to drive this one away from the body. No contact whatsoever. Keeper doing the cleanup. 5th ball, last ball of the over. Again trying to edge this one. End of a good over. 2 runs coming off it. 57 for 5 at the end of 11. Aniket Singh comes into bowl for the first time. .35 local time, as the second game will come to a closure in the next half an hour or so, followed by the third game where JSS will take on Super Tech. Chandan strikes this one quite hard towards the extra cover boundary. 1 run added. Aniket to James Foster. Plays it back towards the bowler. Bowler misfields. Bala Sahib does the fielding there. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 59. Beautiful ball in the line of the stumps. Chandan winding up to play a big shot, then changing his mind with the length not being there. So dot ball. Score remains on 59. The 4th ball of the 12th over. Slightly uppish. Chance of a run out again. Misfield there and allows the batsman to complete the single. Score moves on to 60. So 5th ball of the 12th over coming up. James Foster on strike. He's batting 3 of 6. Chandan batting 11 of 23. LBW. Umpire unmoved. Probably the height. The ball was travelling. So James survives. He's batting 3 of 7. Last ball of the 12th over coming up. Across the line, misses the stump. End of the over. 60 for 5 at the end of 12 overs. Current run rate of 5. Required run rate now creeping up to 14.38. There's a couple of good tight overs from OiLSERV giving away 5 runs in the last 2 overs. Ideally want to wrap up this innings as early as possible. As Vinny comes into bowl to Chandan. Slowest delivery, beating the batsman. As the keeper collects the ball before the stumps, a no ball there. Wicket keeper guilty this time of conceding a no ball. So a free hit coming up. Chandan would relish that one and want to make good use of that. We need slowing the pace. Up in the air. Man at short third coming into gully position to field. 1 run added to the total. Score moves on to 62. Plays it towards deep mid wicket. Jatin doing the fielding there, keeps it down to 1, throws the ball back to the bowler. Score moves on to 63 for 5. James moves on to 4 of 9. We need a good full-blooded shot towards deep mid wicket and the second boundary of the innings. So Chandan managing to get some meat off the bat and sends the ball towards the deep mid wicket boundary where the fielder was quite square. So the second boundary of the innings. Score moves on to 67. Chandan top scoring with 16 so far of 26 balls. Vinod Jacob 16 of 21 was out LBW to Prabhu. So 18 extras in the innings, that is the highest score so far. Chandan will want to better that. This time plays it down towards long on. The man coming in to do the fielding keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 68. As the evening sets in and the temperatures start dropping down, the breeze across the grounds. James Foster, fastest delivery, plays it towards short cover. The man unable to field there. The man at mid-off doing the covering, keeps it down to a single. 69 for 5. The last ball of the over coming up. Let's see what the extra ball is going to do. Chandan plays it down towards deep mid wicket. Aniket doing the fielding, keeps it down to 170 for 5 at the end of 13 overs. 10 runs coming off it. Needing another 109 of the remaining 7 overs. Required run rate 15.57. 5.38 is what the current run rate is. And as we see Super Tech boys going through the drills. Let's come back to live action. Aniket Singh to continue. 70 for 5 at the end of 13 overs. Aniket to Chandan. Plays it down towards short covers and batsman crossover for a single. James Foster batting 5 of 10. Chandan batting 19 of 29. Aniket Singh 1.1 overs, 4 runs, no wicket. As James plays another stroke towards extra cover and gets another single. He moves on to 6 of 11. T20 tournament played here at the Eagle Grounds on the Dubai Al Ain Road. As Aniket comes in. And a wide being called. Keeper doing well to move to his left and get a hand to the ball. Score moves on to 73. Plays it off the wicket towards the cover region for another single. 74 for 5. Needing another 105 runs of the remaining 39 balls. James plays it down the ground. The man at mid-off doing the fielding, keeping it down to a single. Bala Sahib, the fielder. Score moves on to 75. 13.4 overs completed. Another couple of deliveries to complete the 14th over of the innings. And then we have another 6 overs to go after that. So 38 balls in, and as Chandan plays it down to mid long on, the fielder doing well to keep it down to a single. Full-blooded drive. Nilesh, the fielder. James plays it towards gully for a single. So at the end of 14 overs, 77 for the loss of 5 wickets. As Tanuj Sharma comes into bowl. Tanuj Sharma to James Foster. Foolish delivery, darting it in. James playing it towards mid-wicket, no contact. And a dot ball to start the over. Again, this time makes contact, ball going towards the deep mid-wicket region. Jatin doing the fielding there. 1 run added. Tanuj to Chandan, comes down the wicket, plays it in the air towards wide long on. Fielder unable to stop this, another boundary. Score moves on to 82. And Chandan now slowly growing in confidence, steps out and plays it towards cow corner, gets another boundary. Score moves on to 82. Needing another 97 of the remaining 33 balls. This time a leg spinner, chance of a stumping, missed this time. Enticing the batsman to come out of the crease. Gets into the trap, but luckily for him, the keeper is unable to collect the ball, so he survives. This time shortish ball, but the height not allowing the batsman to get under the ball, so he manages to get an inside edge and goes towards short fine leg for a single, where Aniket does the fielding, keeps it down to a single. 83 for 5. Let's come to the last ball of the 15th over. In the air, Bala Sahib does the fielding and the run added to the total. 84 for 5 at the end of 15 overs. Another 95 runs required of the remaining 5 overs. Required run rate exactly 19 runs an over. An uphill task for the men in the centre and the men to follow. James Foster batting 10 of 16. Chandan batting 26 of 34. Partnership 30 of 32 balls. Aniket Singh to James Foster, missed by the batsman and the keeper. So a bye run conceded. Aniket Singh to Chandan, this time trying to cut this one quite close to his body. So Aniket to Chandan, plays it towards short cover, no run there. Akhilesh, the captain, doing the fielding there. Wide this time. Score moves on to 86. Aniket to Chandan, plays it back to the bowler, dot ball. 4 balls of the over finish completed, 2 more balls to go. Chandan plays it down towards long on, another run added. Score moves on to 87 as the last ball of the 16th over coming up. This is way out. मुझे लगता है गलत बैट्समैन बैटिंग कर रहा है. That's another wide being bowled. तनुज bowling कर रहा है, but रनर जैन किसके लिए है? संतोष के लिए है कि चंदन के लिए है? वही समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. Yes. Chandan plays it towards long off for another boundary. देखो इधर पहला बॉल डॉट सिंगल फिर चंदन स्ट्राइक पे. As Santosh. As another bye being added to the total score, moves on to 93. Last ball of the over, 17th over. Tanuj Sharma completing, quickly running through his overs. He's given away 12 runs of the 1.5 overs. Leg break, down leg side. Another wide. Score moves on to 94. Is the last ball of the over. Last ball of the 17th over coming up. Another stumped miss. The keeper's done well so far, but it hasn't been converting it into a dismissal. So the end of 17 overs, 94 for 6. Aniket Singh coming in to bowl his last over. Three more overs to go. So I'm playing it down to long off for a single. Four men inside the ring, two men on the long on side. One this time towards .3 completed. .97 for 7. Chandan Kumar Singh, the lone batsman, trying to make a match of it. He's batting 33 of 41. Has seen a lot of partners come and go in front of him. As the new man Kinjal comes in. Third game of the day, or rather the evening, is between JSS versus Supertech, which will be played under the lights. Earlier in the day, Cummins Saravia got the better of Petrofac by 49 runs. And let's see how much He has a not so difficult task of playing out the last 14 balls of the innings. Aniket will want to finish this off within this over. As Chandan Singh, the lone man, not out at 33, has seen many of his partners come and leave. As Aniket to bowl the last ball, rather the fifth ball of the over. It's rather defensive push. End of the 18th over. Bala Sahib coming to bowl the 19th over. He's bowling to Chandan. Paul, the non-striker, on 0. Chandan batting 33. Plays it towards short covers, wanting a single Paul, but Chandan not interested. Keeps the score to 97. Guess the DNO Dynamos' first target will be reaching 100 before they get all out or the end of the over. A swing, no run there. Keeps it to 97. This is Bala Sahib into Chandan. Inner edge going towards the fine leg boundary. A loud cheer from the DNO Dynamo boys. Long off, declines the single there. Keeps the score to 99. Chandan deciding that he wants to complete the entire quota of 20 overs. The fifth ball of the 19th over. Plays it, and for the first maximum of the innings, 105 is what the score is. So a loud cheer from the DNO Dynamo boys as they cross the 100 mark. Something to cheer about. He is on 41 of 49, 3 boundaries, 1 maximum, a lone hand for his side with not much support by any of the remaining batsmen. That's the last ball of the 19th over coming up. Plays it towards covers, the ball racing towards the boundary, so he races to 45, score moves on to 109. A last bit of flourish for them, needing 70 runs of the remaining 6 balls. As OiLSERV well on course to register a comprehensive victory, which will follow the game of JSS versus Super Tech. Both the teams not registering a win in their first encounters. As Tanuj Sharma comes into bowl. Tanuj Sharma to Paul. Chandan batting 45 of 50. Paul trying to get bat on ball and get Chandan onto strike. That will be his. As Tanuj bowls to Paul. Plays it. Takes off for a quick single. Chance of a run out. And he's been adjust run out. So Chandan stranded at 45, 109 for 10 at the end of 10 of the 19.2 overs, losing all their wickets. Handshakes in the center. A sorry state of affairs for DNO Dynamos who register the second loss of the tournament. Have a look at the scorecard. Prashant MS out 10 of 15 balls. Yusuf out for naught of 2 balls. Prabhat, the disappointed, none of 2 balls. Zain out 3 of 5. Then Chandan batting 45 of 50, not out. Vinod out for 16 of 21. James Foster 10 of 18, delaying the inevitable. And then Santosh out for 2 of 3. Kinjal out, first ball run out. France out for naught, and Paul, the last man, run out for naught of 3 balls. Wickets for Akhilesh 2, Balasaheb 1, Jatin 1, Prabhu 1, 3 to Aniket Singh, and a couple of runouts to complete the wickets tally. As we have the man of the match, who's Jatin again. We quickly go into the presentations. Vineet. Jatin, man of the match. Jatin. Yes. Okay. Vinod Jacob.
Yeah, but we never bowl at him. And when we do, it's wide. Pretty much like the 42 other ones.
देख मिनट में सर आ जाओ
देने के लिए वो मिस्टर दुष्यंत आजा आजा
आजा दुष्यंत
आज हमारे
मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ऑफ ब्लैक एनर्जी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड
ब्लैक
एनर्जी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड
एनर्जी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड Sorry, Dushyant, right? Dushyant. Facing camera there. Guys, are we okay here? Okay. Captain.
How are you feeling?
Welcome to the presentations, where OiLSERV registering a comprehensive victory of 69 runs against DNO Dynamos. We'll quickly start with the captain of DNO, Prabhat. A bad day at the office for the boys.
Yeah, disappointed, but it's a good fun with the team out here, and I wish all the best to OiLSERV for all the rest of the matches, right?
And apart from the seriousness, there was a lot of banter going outside with the boys. The boys really enjoying the tournament out here.
For sure, because they all are coming after 20 years to the ground, and they are having every bit of it, making fun, right? So they are really happy, so I'm happy. As a captain, I feel there are lots of areas that we can improve as a team, as a unit, and that we would probably try in coming 3 matches, yeah.
Anyway, thank you for that, and we'll quickly have the man of the match, as we have Jatin coming to collect his second man of the match in 2 matches for his 44 of 31.
Thank you, sir.
We have Mr. Dushyant from Black Energy Private Limited giving away the trophy and posing for the photographs. Jatin, 2 man of the match in 2. Was it a game plan that you both will play only up to the 10 overs and then let the rest of the boys come in and have a go at the score?
Actually, this is more of a fun. So this tournament, we want everyone to get engaged. Everyone should at least get a little bit of chance, have fun, relive the old days, the school days, college days. So score was very good. So we thought, okay, let's give a try to the other people. And ultimately, we were a little bit less in scoring, but we know that the kind of bowling lineup we had, I think we were in control.
With the jitters in the camp when you suddenly started losing 3 or 4 wickets in a cluster?
Of course, there were like we had to reassess what is going to be our ultimate total, and they said, okay, 180 is going to be a winning total for us. Yeah.
Anyway, it proved much more than handy, and thank you and congratulations for your second man of the match on the trot. As we speak to the winning captain Akhilesh. Akhilesh, on a personal front, disappointed to miss out on an opportunity on batting, but you covered up with a couple of wickets in the bowling.
Yeah, right. Actually, we knew that we have a good strength in the bowling, so that's what we were confident when we were there. So accordingly, we know the what score we should put on so that we can defend it well. So yeah, that's what my target was, that just about 180. That's what I told in the beginning. We started very well. One way we thought, okay, we'll cross the 200, but then we started giving chances to other players. So that okay, but it's still that 180 score was a good score to defend, and we did that. And we are confident. So we did good bowling. We started well in bowling as well, like we did in the batting. So that's how it make us game.
Talk us through the wicket of Prabhat Saxena. You sucked him into playing a drive. You had a man at short cover. Was it planned that you're going to make him play that stroke? And probably it's his strength. It could be his weakness as well.
Yeah, actually, we knew that Prabhat is a very good batsman, and we know if he wants to win the game, then we should get him out early. So that's what the plan, and we planned that for that actually. We know that because the initial overs when the ball is swinging, so we planned for that in the getting him out in the covers region. So and that's what he did exactly. We had a player for that, and we got him early. That's was the plan. Yes.
Anyway, thank you and congratulations for your second win. You go on top of the table now with 4 points, and we'll see you soon next week again. That concludes the presentation as OiLSERV register their second win of the tournament and go up to the top of the table with 4 points. We have the third game coming up. JSS playing Super Tech. We'll have the toss in the next few minutes.